JBN, we keep you informed. Coming up in the news today, salesman denies stealing over $1 million, claims he left it with supermarket manager. Bridge in rural St. Andrew collapse. Petrojam's technical team summoned to explain concerns over poor quality fuel. Veteran batsman Chris Gayle to retire from ODIs. Young cop loses a leg after horrendous freak accident at home. Stay away. Portland cops warn criminals seeking to make parish a haven. And mystery surrounds charred remains of elderly man found in St. Mary. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items. Salesman denies stealing over $1 million, claims he left it with supermarket manager. A salesman employed to a popular distributing company who is accused of stealing $1.1 million from a manager of a supermarket after delivering goods, claimed he did not collect the money and left it with the manager as it is the company's policy. Dwayne Lawrence of Sandy Bay, Clarendon, who was employed to T. Geddes Grant Limited, was recently arrested and charged with embezzlement. The Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Friday heard that on the day in question, Lawrence went to a supermarket in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, and collected cash in the amount of $1.1 million for goods delivered from the manager and pocketed the money. The court also heard that Lawrence had given the manager a receipt after collecting the money. But Lawrence's lawyer, Ravel Golding, during a bail application, insisted that his client was innocent and that he did not leave the supermarket with the cash. According to the attorney, the distributing company has a system whereby the salesman is not allowed to collect cash from the customer. Instead, he said the salesman only collects the money to check it, and after doing so, he provides a receipt to the customer, who will then collect the cash to give to the Brinks security truck. Yes, he gave the customer a receipt, but he left the money with the customer, Golding said. Criticizing the T. Geddes Grant system as faulty, he further said, how can we have a system where you give a customer a receipt but you're obliged to leave the money? The prosecutor, however, maintained that Lawrence left with the money. It is strange that he is now saying that he left it with the money, but that does not make sense, the prosecutor remarked. Judge Broderick Smith, however, accepted the bail application and offered Lawrence $250,000 bail on condition that he reports at the Maple Police Station Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The accused is scheduled to return to court on March 19. Bridge collapses in rural St. Andrew. The long bridge that connects the West Rural St. Andrew communities of Boyden Hill and Erie Castle collapsed yesterday as a truck was crossing the only access road between the communities. No one was injured. Motorists and pedestrians are being asked to avoid using the bridge. Petrojam's technical team summoned to explain concerns over poor quality fuel. Energy Minister Favour Williams yesterday summoned Petrojam's technical team to explain reports of concerns about the quality of fuel at the state-owned oil refinery. Just days into her stint as Energy Minister, Williams summoned the team after a story was highlighted about bad fuel being sold at gas stations. A media release yesterday afternoon said the Energy Minister contacted Petrojam's board chairman Paul Ho, as well as the acting manager of refinery optimization and business support Telroy Morgan, ahead of instructing that the technical team be gathered for a meeting at the Energy Minister's head office. Williams demanded a full briefing on the issues to gain understanding of the matters at hand. Additionally, all entities that interact with the industry and have responsibility to ensure the integrity of the product will have a review meeting within the next 24 hours. The reports will be submitted to their respective ministers, copying Minister Williams, the media release stated. The minister is expected to update the country on any findings as soon as they become available. Veteran batsman Chris Gayle to retire from ODIs. Veteran West Indian batsman Chris Gayle has announced that he'll retire from one-day international cricket following the 2019 ICC Cricket World Cup in England and Wales. Cricket West Indies made the disclosure yesterday on Twitter. Gayle is set to play his first international since last July against World Cup favourites England on Wednesday. The game is the first of a 5-match series in preparation for the World Cup, which starts on May 30. The big-hitting 39-year-old opener holds the West Indian record for most ODI hundreds with 23 and is the team's second leading run scorer in the 50-over format with 9,727 runs, trailing only Brian Lara who has 10,405. His 215 against Zimbabwe in the 2015 World Cup also represents the highest limited over score by a West Indian batsman. Young cop loses a leg after a horrendous freak accident at home. A police constable who is stationed in Manchester was reportedly the victim of a freak accident in Clarendon on Saturday, which resulted in the forced amputation of one of his legs. The constable, who has been identified as 27-year-old Kemar Brown of the Asia Police in Manchester, was reportedly using a power saw at home in the Milk River area of Clarendon about 5 p.m. on Saturday when he lost control of the tool, resulting in severe injuries to one of his legs. Later, doctors at the Mappin Hospital were reportedly left with no option but to amputate the injured leg to save the lawman's life because of the extent of the bleeding. Members of the constabulary are responding to the unfortunate development, which has drawn high emotions all around. Stay away. Portland cops warn criminals seeking to make parish a haven. With an influx of individuals from the two major political parties expected to infiltrate one of the two constituencies in Portland for a pending by-election, for which a date is yet to be announced, the Portland police are already sending out a warning that the parish will not be a haven for criminals. While it is too early to determine whether security concerns may arise for the parish with the pending campaign for the by-election for the Portland Eastern constituency, brought about by the tragic murder of its parliamentary representative, Dr. Linvale Bloomfield, head of the parish's police superintendent Dwayne Wellington, has however warned migrating criminals not to venture into the area. We, the police, are also sending out a warning to the criminals that they should find another place for haven, not Portland. Find somewhere else to go in 2019, because if you are here, we'll be coming at you. We'll be taking back our space in terms of making this place crime-free, Wellington stated. He was addressing Thursday's meeting of the Portland Municipal Corporation. The Northeastern Parish boasted impressive statistics last year in relation to its apprehension of fugitives from other police divisions. At January's monthly meeting of the corporation, the police revealed that 86 fugitives who were avoiding prosecution for various crimes, chief among them murders in other divisions, were apprehended in Portland. The persons who were apprehended were wanted in police divisions such as the St. Andrew North and the St. Andrew South divisions. Meanwhile, Superintendent Wellington said intense operations to rid the parish of criminals will be carried out this year. The robust operations being undertaken in the parish, according to Superintendent Wellington, have been credited to Operations Officer for the Division, Deputy Superintendent Beresford Williams. I am happy to introduce DSP Beresford Williams as the Operations Officer who joined us a couple weeks ago. He is the man who is responsible for the robust operations that you have seen taking place in the space, Wellington disclosed. He added, "You'll notice that there are more police personnel in the space, and there are more operations being done in the space. So therefore, we will not give up on the fight of serving and protecting the citizens." Portland recorded 15 murders last year, and so far this year, 2 killings have been reported. The first 2019 killing in the parish occurred on Tuesday, January 29, when 51-year-old Diana Raffington, otherwise called Yvette of Zion in the parish, was reportedly killed in the full view of her son. Her throat was slashed by one of the 2 men who approached her house. 4 days later, the nation was rocked by the news that 2-time Member of Parliament for the Portland Eastern constituency, Dr. Linvale Bloomfield, was found dead with multiple stab wounds inside his Paisley Gardens house by an employee. To date, investigators from the Major Investigative Division have not made a significant breakthrough in their probe into the politician's gruesome killing. Mystery surrounds charred remains of elderly man found in St. Mary. The St. Mary police, along with members of the fire department, are probing the discovery of the charred remains of an elderly man at his house in Grantstown in the parish on Friday. The deceased has been identified as 67-year-old Errol Henry. Initial police reports have suggested that sometime after 8 a.m., residents contacted the Port Maria fire station and reported that fire was seen coming from a house in the area. Firefighters responded to the call, but upon their arrival, no fire was seen at the house. However, the team of firefighters conducted an inspection of the premises, which resulted in the discovery of the charred remains of Henry. His body was taken to the morgue pending a post-mortem examination. The probe includes trying to establish the cause of fire and the circumstances surrounding Henry's death. JBN, we keep you informed. Please remember to like, subscribe, share, leave us a comment, and click the notification bell to receive our daily news items.